Hello everyone, today we are comparing 4 different interfaces. Now 2 of them are in the cheap category and another 2 are at the expensive category. Now when I say expensive, I don't mean expensive to the point where it is priced as high as a Universal Audio product or an Audient or Apogee product. We are looking at the Behringer UM2, Behringer UMC202 HD, the Rode Ai1 and the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Now the reason I chose these 4 interfaces, if you look at the prices in our Malaysian market, they tend to double in price from each model. So the UM2 will start at about 159 ringgit, it goes up to 300 ringgit for the UMC202, and then it goes up to 599 for the Rode Ai1, and then the 2i2 is at about 680 ringgit. Now the Behringer is a very popular model. Why? Because it's cheap, and for the UMC202 it's packed full of features, which when compared to the competitor brands, you need to pay a much more higher price for a higher model to get the same features. But if you're purely looking at the features, are you sacrificing tone? So today we're going to do a very straight up comparison. We're just going to compare the quality of the preamps in all 4 interfaces. I'm sure if you want to compare the types of ins and outs, that'll be very simple. You can check out the website of each of these products. So we're going to solely focus on the recording quality of each of these interfaces. So we're going to test them 4 ways. Number 1, I'm going to use an acoustic guitar. We're going to mic that up with a condenser microphone. In this case, it will be the MXL770. I have the microphone pointed just beside the sound hole of the guitar with a distance of about 4 to 5 inches. Then the second part, I'm taking a cable right out of the guitar into the interface. So we're going to record the acoustic guitar directly in, and then I'll be using an electric guitar going directly into the interfaces as well. And then for the final part, I'm going to plug the guitar into a preamp, and from the preamp we're going directly into the interfaces. So for the acoustic guitar, it's going to be a Taylor 114CE. The electric guitar is an Ibanez RGIX6, and for the preamp it is a Horizon Devices Apex preamp. Now for me, straight up, I hear a bit more detail as each of the interfaces increase in price. The Ai1 and the 2i2 seems to have the most presence, a bit more detail in the sound, which I personally feel is really worth paying the price to get that sort of detail. Now if we were to compare features straight up, the UM202 seems to have really decent features, especially with the pad switch, which is very handy when you're going to plug in an instrument with a very high output. Also, one thing I have to comment on the Rode Ai1, the phantom power is always turned on, there is no way to turn it off. Now I have to admit that Rode designed their interfaces to work with their own mics. Example, the NT1 and the NT1A, which are both condensers, that would require phantom power. So there you go, that was the comparison between these four interfaces, cheap versus expensive. What kind of differences did you hear? Do you think it's really worth it to double up in price and get the more expensive preamps and audio interfaces? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and see you real soon.